Western coverage of the decision framed it as necessary to preserve non-discrimination. None of these reports mentioned the scale of Israel's own discrimination against Palestinian athletes, so did they? Over the past 2 decades, numerous Palestinian footballers have been detained or killed, and sports infrastructure in Gaza has been repeatedly destroyed by Israeli airstrikes. The Palestinian Olympic Committee has documented these violations. The IOC has not acted on them at all. The same body that claims hosts must allow unrestricted participation has tolerated a state that prevents athletes under occupation from leaving their own territory. And that's not oversight either, that's literally policy. The IOC's declaration that there was no alternative was a lie. It chose the path of confrontation to preserve the image of control. It acted not to defend athletes' rights, but to demonstrate power. Its decision was about discipline, enforcing the expectation that global South nations remain venues, but also silent, not actors. When a Western state takes a political stance, though, that they call leadership. When a Southern state does the same, it's called politicization. And this skewed and biased viewpoint is built into the structure of international sport, which operates under Western legal jurisdictions and Western sponsorship contracts and Western media narratives. The IOC does not have to conspire with governments to serve their interests. Its institutional DNA already lines up with them. The committee's actions also betray the athletes and fans who still believe in the Olympic ideal and what is written in the Olympic Charter. The movement's credibility depends on the perception that it stands for something more than commerce. By punishing Indonesia for acting on conscience, the IOC undermined its own claim to moral authority. It told the world that the right to host or compete is conditional on silence over Israel. It's turned its own charter into a tool of coercion. The gap between what the IOC says it is and what it does has never been wider. The reason the committee behaves this way is fear. Fear of precedent, fear of sponsors withdrawing, fear of the global South asserting autonomy over moral questions the West believes it alone has the right to define. Therefore, the IOC's power is completely symbolic.